Hello Explorers, your favorite world garden school explorer. Today on NTSE Explains, we'll be talking about something plenty Nigerian parents really needs to hear. Expensive school don't always mean better education. Now, before you come for me in the comments, just hear me out. I'm not saying expensive schools are bad, and I'm also not saying cheap schools are better. What I'm simply saying that price alone is not the full picture. And as parents, we deserve to see the full picture. Here's usually what happens. A parent is searching for a school and they see the school fees, and the school fees seems very high. And something in their brain tells them, since the school fees is high, then this must be serious. Because that's how we do, right? We do that with everything. Expensive bag is equal to quality, expensive restaurants is equal to good food, and then expensive education. But sometimes what you're paying for is the address, the aesthetics, and the name that sounds good whenever you mention it in a function. So now the real question is, what happens inside that school when your child is struggling? Not when your child is doing well, because any school can handle any child who is doing well. What happens when your child is falling behind? When they didn't understand what was taught that last week or a week before that week? Does the school notice? Does the school call you? Does anyone sit down with that child and figure out where things went wrong? Because here is something I found out recently. There are schools out there, and yes, some of them are expensive, that run intervention classes specifically for students who are lagging behind. Not extra lessons you have to pay for outside, or a quiet suggestion for you to get a lesson teacher. But the school identifies the child, creates a plan, and steps in. I had not heard that before, and honestly, that changed my mind about school fees, because that's a school that sees your child and not your payments. And that is the difference nobody talks about. So how do you know which one you're in? I want you to ask these 3 questions before you pay that school fees. 1, what does this school do when my child is struggling academically? Then listen carefully to know what the answer. Number 2, how do you communicate with a parent when there is a problem? Not just when there is a free reminder or when there is an event, but when there is an actual problem. Number 3, can I speak with the parents? Not just the representative, a parent whose child attends the school. Because at the end of the day, you're not just paying for a building or a fancy prospectus. You're paying for someone to genuinely care about what is happening in your child's head. So parents, let's talk. What's that question you wish you had asked before choosing that school for your child? Drop it in the comments, because someone watching this needs to read your answers. Follow me for more as I continue to break down school systems in the simplest form possible through storytelling, so that you don't choose the wrong school, you choose the right school. See you on my next stop, Explorers. Ciao, ciao.